Oh, Sonic! I see you're active as usual, Mr. Lady Killer.
One afternoon, the clear blue sky washed over the chalk-white buildings of Apotos. In the middle of the town plaza, Sonic was sitting on a pile of wreckage. This wreckage being Eggman's robots. He was overwhelmed when he heard that voice shout at him. That strong voice belonged to the giant crocodile, who was also an incredible detective. Vector the Crocodile. The town and the people within it had not yet calmed down from the trouble caused by Eggman's robot attack. Sonic replied with a sigh while looking over towards Vector.
Lady Killer, huh? That's right, but I'm more hungry than attractive right now. The chili dog shop hasn't reopened yet.
Seems about right. I rushed over here as soon as I heard trouble going down, but it seems like things settled down here without my help.
As dusk came, a red hue covered the white city. After the chaos subsided, Sonic and Vector consulted with the townspeople who had gathered around. They were told that Apotos has been attacked by Eggman's robots every couple of days for the past few months, but nobody knew why. Vector danced to Sonic's side with a big smile. His passion was bubbling up inside too as he said,
Now things are getting pretty interesting. If you need somebody to solve this mystery, just leave it to Vector. Let's just make this clear. The reward for solving this will be food and drinks. Everybody knows of my talents. Ain't that right, Sonic?
Since Sonic was brought up, the townspeople became struck with the interest as they looked at the blue blur.
What? Well, I guess he's the best detective I know.
Vector burst out in such a good mood that he didn't notice Sonic mumbling.
Although I don't know of any other detectives.
Yeah! I'm the leader of the Chaotix Detective Agency, and there's no mystery that good old Vector can't solve.
Sonic shrugged and chuckled bitterly. Anyway, the investigation into the Apotos attacks would soon begin. Vector was in a good mood as he surveyed his surroundings in the morning. While listening to Sonic, who followed with a blank expression, Vector grinned as he traced footsteps left on the road by some mischievous robots. After spending about half the day following these footprints, they ended up in front of a general store. Vector gave a mysterious look as he began to connect dots.
This shop smells funny. The robot's gross footprints cross right in front of this shop. Moreover, we heard that the attacks only occurred on clear days, and all the robots seemed like they were breaking at the seams. I got it!
Vector's eyes opened wide as he shouted.
The chili dogs in this shop are so delicious that the robots can't resist them.
What? How'd you come to that conclusion?
It is a well-known fact among the locals that this here store, Seagulls of the Waves, is secretly a chili dog store. On a clear day, customers even line up. Even a robot that could fall apart at any moment would be lured in by the smell, and they'd stand here in the soil just to get a bite.
Robots don't even eat. Did you forget that?
That's exactly what Eggman wants you to think.
Vector slipped past Sonic and threw his momentum into the door, swinging it open. He was greeted by the elderly shopkeeper.
Ah, so it's just a general store. Daily necessities, souvenirs, stones, antiques, and, look what we have here! A chili dog!
Vector walked around the store, letting his mouth run to the flabbergasted shopkeeper. He suddenly noticed a dark stone in the window. He closed his eyes for a moment, and while reaching for it, he grabbed the chili dog and started scarfing it down.
What a no! This ain't half bad! So the real culprit is you, old man!
As expected, the elderly man got pretty angry and kicked Vector out of his shop. Vector dashed out into the town.
Don't try this nonsense again!
Oh, but my deductions.
Nevertheless, Sonic was getting sick of Vector's messy investigation skills, but then he saw something stuck out of him.
Was it just a ploy for him to steal it?
The streets of Apotos shined blue beneath the moonlight. On a small hill overlooking the town, there was the faint figure of Vector with a delightfully devilish smile. It seemed like something was shining in his right hand. Eggman's robots began to show up. They were older models, broken and moving awkwardly, but they had their eyes set on Vector. He was seen as an enemy.
Is it because of this little guy?
In Vector's hands was the stone that he borrowed from the general store. Vector let out a strong cough and then belted out in a loud voice.
Our story begins with the old man at the general store picking up this little fella. Sometimes this little stone shimmers with pure energy with 7 colors. It definitely seems like these robots are attracted to this thing.
Dozens of robots made a circle around Vector and started to close in on him.
I wonder if the signal this thing was sending out was attracting these old junk bots. On a clear day like today, perhaps they were able to detect it from far off. The real criminal of this case is this Chaos Emerald.
Vector raised the Chaos Emerald to the night sky with his right hand. As if on cue, the robots moved in to attack Vector from every direction, but they were all wiped out in an instant because in the wake of a blue afterimage. Vector smiled as the robots were lifted up and exploded into nothingness. After a brief moment, Sonic appeared there without making a sound.
After all that, the great Sonic appears. Seems you heard me then.
I'm just relieved that the stupid voice I heard wasn't just some guy giving a soliloquy, but was you, Vector.
Sonic had quickly realized that Vector had borrowed the Chaos Emerald from the general store and, on his own, was following the Detective Crocodile. However, there were still things that Sonic didn't understand.
Why'd you just run off without explaining anything?
Well, if everybody in town knew the source of these attacks, it'd cause a lot of trouble for that nice shopkeeper, right? My rewards were already decided, so what's a little bit of shame on top of that, huh? You know?
Sonic whistled as he was impressed. Throughout it all, Vector was focused on solving the case.
Now I get it.
Sonic muttered as he looked around and then said,
But Vector, the people of this town are kind and understanding. Right, everyone?
Sonic then gave a signal as he turned around to show the townspeople coming to the 2 heroes, the elderly shopkeeper too.
The stone I had grabbed caused so much trouble to everyone.
The townspeople replied,
Nobody in Apotos blames you for this.
That's right! We all think so too!
There was so much compassion for the old man. However, Vector wanted to know the whole story.
Why are all the townsfolk here?
Sonic quickly replied,
Sorry. The truth is, since you stole the Chaos Emerald from the general store, I told the nice man that I'd catch you and I brought them here.
Hey! What kind of sick joke is this?
Can't you see this is how it happened? Well, just by chance. Everything sort of worked out in front of everybody, so it's all good.
Give me a break. You already told everybody what I did.
Sonic was thinking about Vector's future with the people of this town. That's right, Sonic was making sure that Vector was being taken care of. Even when faced with such a cool hero, Vector gave way to a bitter smile. After all, Sonic would take care of the Chaos Emerald. Now the people of Apotos didn't need to worry about being attacked by robots. They seemed overjoyed with this revelation. That night, A feast was held to celebrate solving the case and to celebrate the hero's success. Sonic was very happy with his pile of chili dogs. It turns out that for the first few minutes, Sonic was reluctant to be quiet, but after having reading the room, he could see Vector was being called detective by everybody. It put the crocodile in a very good mood. Involuntarily, the Vector's overly excited tone popped out.
Oh, my beloved fans, I am Vector, the leader of the Chaotix Detective Agency, and there's no mystery that I can't solve.
Sonic responded with a thumbs up.
You got it, Mr. Lady Killer.